Hello guys, this is the Survey of Kenya. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to set out or to stake out using a total station. We'll be staking out a fountain that is meant to be built here. The first thing we have done is that we have done a small topo of this area that shows the buildings, the staircase, the G area, the container at the wall because we do not want to interfere with existing picture. I have drawn what I'm going to set out in my AutoCAD drawing and I have shown all the features around. Let's go to the laptop and see the features and then see how we are going to set out. After plotting the topo, this is what we have in a AutoCAD drawing known as fountain setting out. These are the buildings that exist in the area. This is our traverse 1. This is the brown wall to traverse 2. And this is traverse 3 that faces the container. We have a building here. We have a building and another building here. We have a tree area that we do not want to touch. And K1, K2, K3, K4, K5, K6 defines the fountain. This one defines where the fountain is going to be. You can see it does not touch the tree area because we do not want to remove the green in the area, and it touches nothing that is of significance. So we are going to go on field. And the first thing we're going to do, we will set our machine at traverse point 1, and then we're going to orient with traverse point 2, and then we're going to check whether traverse point 3 is correct. Now, I will export the coordinates K1, K2, K3, K4, K5, K6. I can export them by IDing them. So I'll ID. And that's the northing and the easting, 98, 62, 976.37, 25, 85, 20.145. I'll do that for K1 to K6, and then I will use these coordinates to set out our fountain. Now let's go and place our fountain on the ground. The first thing we need to do, which I've already done, is to set our machine at traverse point 1. Remember well, we had the coordinates of 3 points. Traverse point number 1, traverse point number 2 that you're going to orient with, and traverse point number 3 that you are going to check with. I have already set my machine at traverse point 1. So come to the screen and see how we go about it on the total station. So once you set your machine, this is how the screen appears for a South N3 series. The screen could be different depending on the machine. Now, we need to tell our machine where it is. We have set it at traverse point 1, so we will need to feed it a known point and its coordinates. So this is how you go about it. You go to menu, then 5, give it a station. And now, these are existing jobs that we have done. We need to create a new job for this setting out. So I'll go to new, then I'll give a name for my job. Maybe I'll call it coordinates. Then I'll click OK. Success. So I need to set my new station in the job coordinates. So I'll just click OK. The point I have is a known point because I have existing coordinates. So I'll go to known point number 1 and I want to insert my new point. So new, and then I'll choose the job I just created, coordinate, okay. And then this is my point number 1. Its point description is traverse, so TRV1, okay. And then I'll insert the northing, which is 98, 62, 982.79. Click the drop down arrow, and then in easting 25, 85, 20.80. Okay, saved. So I'll go to next, and now I want to set my backsite. Set backsite. I have the coordinates for my backsite, which is our traverse point number 2. So here in this screen, I'll have to choose coordinate. But if you had an angle, you would choose that. So coordinate, new, okay. This is our point number 2, and its point description is traverse TRV2, okay. I'll insert the nothing, which I already have, which is 98, 52, 975.26, enter. Then 25, 258, 535.34. Saved. Next, my machine now wants me to orient. As you can see at F4, I need to orient. So I'll have to focus on a prism at traverse point 2, then click orient. Now I'll have to focus at traverse point number 2 with my machine. Make sure I see the prism and I have centered it. Once I am certain that I have centered it, I'll click orient. So I'll just move my prism to traverse point number 2. So before reading the position of your prism with your total station, ensure that this bubble is level and your prism faces the total station. I will rotate my total station and target the prism. I can focus using this triangle here. So once I see the prism through the lens, I'll lock my machine using the adjustment knobs. I have targeted my prism. By target, I mean the crosshair that is at the center of the lens crosses the center of the prism. So once satisfied with the focus, I will click orient. But before I click OK, I will measure the coordinate of traverse 2, and then I'll compare the coordinate with what I have on paper. The measured nothing as shown on screen is 0.258, while the theoretical nothing is 0.26 at 2 centimeters different, allowable. The easting is 0.343, while the theoretical coordinate is 0.34. That is a 3 millimeters difference. These two are allowable errors. I have checked the coordinate of traverse point number 2 and it reads correctly. Once I am certain that it reads correctly, I click save. Now, once I click save, I will have to check the traverse point number 3 that we have over there and see whether the coordinate that is in the book is the same as the coordinate that I'll read on the ground. We are now at traverse point number 3. Ensure that your level bubble is leveled and that your prism faces the total station. So we'll go back to our total station and measure traverse point number 3. Now we will go to menu, we'll go to collect, then we'll choose the job that we want to collect data, which is coordinate, okay, and then data collect. And then now we will target the prism and measure. So once I am certain that I can see the prism and it is centered, I'll measure. Before I save, I'll have to compare the coordinate that I have measured with the coordinate of traverse point 3 that I had. 98, 62, 958.22, this is 2137 millimeters error. 25, 85, 15.22, and this is 2191 millimeter error. We have successfully oriented our machine and we have measured the known point and checked whether the measuring is correct or the coordinates on the ground and the coordinates in the book reads the same thing. We have copied the points that we are going to take out, K1 to K5, in our USB drive. Now we are going to insert this USB drive in the total station and stake out the points. I will insert the USB drive into my machine. Then go to menu, data. We want to import points to the machine. We will click import, call, setting out, okay, okay. Click OK to import the points. You can always view the points by going back, data, data, coordinate data for the job coordinate. You can see the points. Here are the points. The points K1, K2, K3, K4, and K5. Once I am certain I have all the points K1 to K5 in my machine, I'll go to main menu, stake out number 2 for the job coordinate. Okay, guide light shines light in the direction of stake out. I don't need that. I want to stake out coordinates number 1. I'll call the coordinate I want to stake out, and I'll start with K1. So I will scroll to K1. Okay. Once I find K1, okay, stake out. For me to stake out, the change in horizontal angle DHA is 71 degrees, 13 minutes, 21 seconds. The line of rotation of the machine is 71 degrees away to the line to stake out. We will have to rotate the machine until DHA reads 0. So you can rotate, then you can use the adjustment knobs to fine-tune it to 0. There we have it. It reads 0. Click next. Once it reads 0, I'll take the prism and ensure that I can see the chain man in line with the 0 degrees. It doesn't matter whether he is at where K1 is. We just need to focus him to be in the line that the total station is. Do not move the total station provided the change in horizontal angle reads 0. At the moment, it reads 0. Now I'll have to move the chain man until I can see him. Once I see him, I'll measure the prism and know the distance that I'm supposed to move. I am certain that he is now in line with the 0 degrees takeout bearing of the machine because I have focused on him. Now he will level and I will measure the distance. Level, once I have targeted the prism, I'll click next, measure. The display shows a turn left of 2 seconds to the left, which is okay, and the prism should move 3.303 meters away in line with the stakeout bearing from where the prism already is. While moving back, the chainman might move away from the 0 bearing. You'll just have to direct them until you can focus on them once again. Upon measuring the second time, K1 is 0.949 meters further away from where the prism is. So I'll just direct the chainman to move 0.949 meters further away. Once again, when the chainman estimates the 0.949 meters, I'll measure. Now it shows us to move 6 centimeters further away. You will continue with the process until the desired accuracy is achieved. For a total station, any accuracy below 3 centimeters is acceptable. This is where point K1 is. We are going to stake all the other points, K2, K3, K4, K5, and K6. So let's get right into it. We will apply some chalk so that the points are visible on screen. And that's how you stake out. We have successfully staked out our 6 points. We are going to apply chalk so that we can have an aesthetic of how it looks. And that was a job well done.